Alright, what is up everybody? We are back. Got a new disgusting build for you guys. The new Greatsword. I'm in love with it. It's amazing. As you see right there, just chunked that guy up. GG's buddy. Thanks for playing. This new Greatsword is disgusting. I hope it doesn't get nerfed, but enjoy it while it's out here. That's all I'll say. Got some nice clips here for y'all. It's me just in the back line destroying these kids in CTF. You see right there, just picked up a nice solid 3-4 kills. They don't stand a chance against this thing. It is too nasty. Yeah, team finishes that guy off right there. I believe that's where we end up winning the game here due to the mercy rule. But on to the next. You just see me in the back line being a straight menace to these guys. If you notice, the build has a lot of good self-sustain, self-healing. It's got some mobility. You got the roots. You have disease. You have rend. This thing has everything. And most importantly, you got the deeps. And you actually got some nice range to pick off people that are running away. And that is something that the Greatsword Spear build kind of struggled with a little bit. Chasing after players who are running away with the range. It was still very possible to catch them, but it was just a lot harder. This kind of eases the pain of chasing people a lot better. And even with Void Gauntlets, Void Blade, I know that used to be somewhat of a challenge with the Greatsword Spear build. Even though we did have the DPS to kind of trade with them, now you really have the DPS and you have the disease damage as well. You can get them to 50% disease if you land your infected throw plus the Skyward Slash on them. So Void Blade is not as scary anymore with this setup. See here, cleave through these guys with some heavies. Get the ranged heavy on him, meaty 4500 plus the 200 tick. Game ends right there. They're lucky. They're all about to die. Alright, on to this clip here. Hit him with the disease throw, ranged heavy on him, but he does end up just running away. I shift my attention here to the bow guy. He just smacked me in the face with a poison arrow, so I don't appreciate that. Gotta get him out of here. Just melted that guy. GG's, buddy. Where did your health go? Back to the Void Blade guy. Too much damage for him. Got the thrust into the infected throw combo. He's dead, buddy. Now on to this archer. I don't know what he's doing with that hatchet, but that ain't the right move, buddy. Just meaty heavies, man. Love to see it. This build is disgusting. Finish him off with the thrust. Get that guy real quick. Just decimating these black backlines here. Throwing some heavies. GG's, buddy. You're finished. Dunzo. The damage output with this thing is pretty nuts. Now we are 150 con, so we're pumping up the damage, and we are pretty squishy if we get CC'd. We can die pretty easily, but if you know what you're doing, then you'll be alright. This next clip coming up on a group of 4, I think it's 4 guys here. You see the throw damage. The throw damage is nasty. Just chunked himself with throws alone. Didn't even need the Greatsword for him. That guy, you saw that heavy on him? Disgusting. Disgusting. Absolutely filthy. Took out like 90% of his health bar with that. Now this is the last guy standing. Got some backup here from Loina. Love to see it. He had no mana here, but if I had the mana, then that shield guy would have died. Most likely. And then we end up dying here. Unfortunate, but did enough damage. Did what we were supposed to do. And I gotta say, I've been definitely liking Capture the Flag. I think this is probably my new favorite game mode. The 10v10 is a lot better than 20v20. It's a lot less chaotic, a lot less fucking muskets and bows shooting at you from across the map. I love it. I also like the map designs as well. You can do maneuvers like this one as well. It's pretty nice for a solo player, these maps, even with a small group. See, these guys, they decide to chase me down, try to isolate me. Hit him with 2 heavies and it's GG's, buddy. Thanks for playing. Cannot trade with this build. This build does too much damage for you to be trying to trade with it. Now to this Warhammer guy. He's got the flail as well with the tower shield. It's pretty tanky, but tanks don't stand a chance with this. Look at that. He's out of here. GG's, buddy. Use the jump pad, hop away, find my next target. Got the disease on the ground, hit him with a couple heavies, he's out of here. GG's, buddy. Want to fast forward a little bit here. Getting into some chaos, hit him with a rending throw. 2 heavies, and he's out of here. Amazing. Amazing. Chasing this guy down, hit him with a rending. Going to a Greatsword heavy, hit him with a beam, but the game ends right there. That's why I cut that short. So he got lucky. Now onto this clip. Immediately delete that guy with the heavy attack. Hit him with a nice 46k beam. Fast forward a little bit into the back line. Respawns came up. This healer, he's stuck in my disease from the infected throw, so he cannot heal up. That's what I love about this build. I have no problem taking down healers as long as I hit my infected throw. Plus the skyward, and they can't heal that off, especially with the damage output. See him hit him with 2 heavies, he's out of here. Got this guy, he healed up with a potion. Wasn't enough, buddy. It's not enough. You're gonna need more than a potion to take these heavies, bro. Got a tanky guy up here. Kind of switch targets here. Ignore him a little bit, but he's still on my ass. He wants me. But we're able to do some maneuvers around this little stand here. That's why I love these map designs. It's not just open field where you're just getting melted with the range. You can use pillars and everything to your advantage here. Great for a melee player like myself. Got this blunderbuss isolated, but the blunderbuss does not do enough damage, bro. You don't want to do that. Sitting there, aim locking, left clicking me. It's not going to work for this build, bro. Getting into this brute fight here. Got some throws going. That guy ends up dying. Just throwing out some crescent waves here, waiting for the respawns to kick in. I believe our team grabs the flag here to run it back. And this fire stab blunderbuss guy comes back. He didn't learn his lesson from before. How many times we gotta tell you, old man? Get him out of here. 3 people drop down. Cleaving through these guys with the heavy, pop the stone for him so I don't die. And just the cleave potential of this build as well is amazing. You got 2-3 people lined up, they're all getting hit with the heavy plus the wave. They're taking big damage. And they're on my tail right here. But here you can see the nice survivability of the build as well. Even with 3 people on me, we got enough self-sustain to heal up and make it out of there and maneuver. To this here. Another CTF on the new map. I think I'm a fan of the new map more than the other map. I think I like this map better. What do you guys think? But anyway, back to the fight. Finish that guy off with the thrust. Get a burst heal going. Because I am running mortal life still. So I get that burst heal from whenever I kill a player. Plus, thrust heals you for 5% weapon damage when you land the first strike. We got the fire staff guy. Finish him off real quick. Running back into the back line. Hitting these respawns. Want to get out of that ice wall. Don't want to get trapped in there. He's got the void blade. But he is no match for the wave. 2 heavies and it's GG's, buddy. Don't do that. Finish that guy off with a throw. Run into this clump of 4 people. Unfortunately, I do not have my stone form up. It was almost up. If I had stone form up, I probably would have lived right there with no issue, but didn't have it up. To this next clip. Melt that guy with the heavy. Melt him with the heavy. Just big numbers everywhere. Love to see it. Hit him with a rending throw, but he ends up running away, so I don't chase. Got a meaty wave on him. Hit him with a social D. He's stuck. Get him out of here. GG's, buddy. Thanks for playing. Onto this bow guy right here. I don't know where he's shooting at, but he needs to be turned around, bro. Faced the wrong way. Run back here towards the clump of guys there. I think it's like 4 people that just spawned in. You know what time it is. Time to be a menace to these guys. Got this rapier guy. But he does not want to trade with the Greatsword. Got a big gravity well right here, so I'll throw my disease in there, get them all diseased up. And go back in with some heavies. 2 heavies, he's dead. This guy, 2 heavies, he's almost dead. He's a bit tankier. Hit him with a Skyward, he's done. This guy, hit him with an infected throw. Light attack, he's out of here. This guy, hit him with a social D into the relentless rush. He's donezo. Just easy. The damage output is disgusting. Catch that guy with the wave. GG's, buddy. Going back into the spawn, throw another wave out there. He's done. This build is amazing. I love it. It's going to be the end of this one right here. On to the next. Starting off fresh at a CTF. Jump into the center here. Got a group of enemies coming in. I'm going to sit back a little bit, observe the situation, see how many people there are. I see there's a healer right there, so he's the guy that I'm going to target first. Take him out, hit him with an infected throw. Get on him with some heavies. And he is out of here. Hit the bow guy as well with the cleave. And he's donezo. On to this tanky boy with the flail. Have been seeing a lot more flails lately, which is nice. I love seeing that weapon. Though it is annoying when you get tripped. I will admit that. But take him out with a meaty heavy. He's donezo. Lastly, we got this guy with the Warhammer flail. He's a bit tanky. I believe he makes it out of there. On to this next clip. I throw an infected throw in there. Got some disease. Swap targets over here. I see this life staff user. Finish him off with a couple heavies. Got him with a rending throw. Trying to escape here, but I'm on him. Hit him with a meaty. That's almost what, 5k slash right there, crescent wave. Love to see it. Hit him with a social D, can't escape. Finish him off with a heavy. GG's, buddy. Jump down. See this musket guy here. So this build right here is a musket's worst nightmare. You'll see right here. Hit him with a big damage. Big damage right there. That was a 10k heavy. 10k heavy. I can say I've never hit 10k heavy with Serenity. I've never hit 10k heavy with Serenity. So that shows how disgusting this sword can be. Jump up here into the spawn, see that healer. Jump on him, he's dead. Throw some waves out. Get my mana back. Coming off to the side here, got this musket guy again. Hit him with an infected throw. Stuns me with a rapier, but we use the stone form to break out the stun. Get back on him, finish him off with a heavy. Got this sword shield guy, but stands no chance against this. GG's, buddy. Last, we're going to show you this arena clip, just to show you the disgusting damage. Now this guy, as you can see here, boom, 10k heavy. Nasty. He's probably like, what happened to my health bar? Health bar is gone, buddy. You have no health bar with this setup. That guy gets yeeted off the clip here. And then we finish him off. Next up, we'll get into the build here. Nice little breakdown for you. First off, we're in light. Always in light. If you're not in light, you're not doing it right. It's the motto right there. We got the wood grain helm. Ideally, you'll want a crafted helm or a Gorgon helm with shirking heels. That'll do just fine. But right now we're using the wood grain helm. Featherweight, shirking heels on there as well. It's a must-have. We have a crafted gauntlet. We got the mortal lifesteal on there. It's really good. Allows you to proc your healing breeze offensively and gives you some nice lifesteal plus a nice little burst heal once you get a kill. It's always welcome. Enchanted ward, shirking, of course. I have this split stat so I can get the appropriate stat spread that I need. We'll go over that in a little bit. Got hoplite pants, put shirking on there, throw everything on everything. Crafted boots, got the shirking, one piece freedom, and relentless freedom. Must have if you're using a Greatsword. If you're not using the relentless freedom with a Greatsword, then you're doing it wrong. And always have this on the armor. You do not want this on the weapon. The sword, I'm using the baller new sword that we have. This thing is incredible. You put a gem slot on there, convert it to arcane. Got the hex going on there. It's amazing. Our hatchet. This hatchet right here, I'll show this in a little bit, but I rolled this from out the well. Rolling weapons on the well is actually really good now. Since they changed it in season 9, you can actually roll some pretty good weapons. And if you're a new player, I'd highly recommend it if you have the doubloons for it. Once again, I'll go over that in a little bit on how to roll a weapon. But this has vicious, empowering, rending throw, and keenly empowered. I actually got a really good roll on this. Also converted to arcane and put the frost damage on there for the brune glass because they do not stack. So you want 2 different types of damage on there. We are using stone form. Not using spit because with the amount of disease that I can put out, I do not need spit. So I'm using stone form. Necklace artifact, we got the Ankh, of course. Using shuriken empowered. Keep those empowers up. Love it. It's amazing. Ring. Crafted ring that I got here. Arcane damage, heal and breeze hardy. It's a best ring. Amulet. Crafted amulet. Healthy toast. Healing heart. Regenerating. Everything that can give me some health back if I need it. Self-sustain with this build is really good. It's a must-have. You will need that self-sustain. We're in light and we're melee. Every bit of self-sustain is very much appreciated with this build. Here's my elemental damages, so you can take a look at that, and also take a look at the gems that I have slotted in each armor. This is what I have. Alright, going over the stat spread. Stat spread, 300 strength, 200 dex, 103 con. With the food buff, that puts us at 151 con. 150 con, if you're not 150, you ain't doing it right, bro. Gotta get the big deeps to kill the peeps. 150 con. Balling out. You can use an alternative 350 and 150 dexterity. That's an alternate stat spread if you want the damage onto the abilities, but I prefer this stat spread. It makes my axe throws hit more consistently harder, as well as buff the Greatsword as well. But yeah, that's the stat spread that we got. Potions. Self-explanatory. For this last slot, if I'm doing like OPR, CTF, or arenas, I'll throw this in there, or this depending on what I'm getting hit by. If I'm in open world, I'll throw fire potions on there. Fire staffs, they still hurt if you're trying to approach them. Alright, going into the weapon trees. Here's my hatchet setup. Only taking 2 passes from here. Rest going into the throwing hatchet. No berserk. The hatchet is purely for throwing, trying to debuff, trying to pick off a kill, to disengage or re-engage with social D. And it's pretty nice. Infected throw can chunk people as well. It's a really good hard-hitting skill right here as well. And it applies to 30% disease, which negates the healing. Like VGs, Void Blade is not scary at all with this build. You can disease them, prevent that they're leeching, get a 10% weaken on them, and that disease is further increased with the Greatsword, because with the Skyward Slash you also apply disease, which is another 20%, which puts them at 50% if you land both the infected throw and the Skyward on them. But this is also my Greatsword tree. This is my universal Greatsword tree. I always run the same tree for everything. This is probably the best Greatsword tree setup you can have, if you ask me. Yeah, that's the build. Alright, so I mentioned the well being a good place to get weapons now. You do not want to grab these Apex crates. Do not get these. These are bad. They make you spend a coconut, and you don't want to use this coconut to roll a weapon. What you want to get are these crates. They're relatively cheap. Few hundred doubloons. Just go into the free for all area, get some doubloons up, start rolling these. You can even roll on the trinkets as well. Just make sure whenever you're rolling, equip the weapon that you want to roll for only as you're opening the crates. That will help increase the chance of getting the weapon that you want. And the rolls on these are pretty good. If you're new, you can grab a glittering gold key, 5 doubloons here, and then you can use this to open up a treasure chest at the start of any entrance in the free-for-all area and get 500 doubloons once per week. I will show you where those chests are, just so you know where they are at if you do not know. Yeah, I'll take you to the chest so you can see where they at. Alright, so one of the chests will be right here. See where I'm at? I spawned here, ran all the way down. It's going to be one of the chests. So you open it up. Nice amount of doubloons that you get from there. Alright, and right here you will find another chest you can open up with the key. This will be at the south entrance. So spawn here, run over towards here. Here will be the other chest. I just used up my last key that I have, so I can't open this one. But make sure you get this every week. Free 500 doubloons. Yeah, other than that, that's the video. Thanks for watching.